this first challenge, you'll take turns flying a drone through a series of gates in an obstacle course. Once you arrive at the last section, you'll need to code the instructions into your drone so it can fly the rest of the journey alone. I'm so excited about you guys getting into this challenge. You're going to be flying one of these. And there's going to be a few different challenges when you do this because number one, it's harder than it looks. And secondly, there is going to be that section where you're not flying it, you're going to code instructions in there, and it's just going to have to, you're going to have to trust that you've done it right and hope that it doesn't collide with things, right? So the two main challenges that I kind of want to get across to you are actually both about angle. So challenge number one. Actually, let me just show you quite quickly. You see on the front there, tiny little black circle. You want to tell me what you guess that is?
Camera.
It's a camera, right? So for the first stage when you're piloting it, you're going to be able to see, they call this an FPV, first person view. You're going to be able to see what the drone sees, except not exactly like normal seeing. So let's think about this. For you guys, for a human being, right? You have a field of view and you can actually see it around you right now. You're like, how wide can I see? And you can actually do a quick test right now. Hold up in front of your face, right? 2 fingers, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to move them back around, sort of wrap around until such a point as you can't see them, okay? Now you can still see them, and then at a certain point you're like, oh, they're gone now, right? Okay, now you can move your head. Just have a look at how wide you can see, all right? So that's a pretty good field. You can put your hands down, right? So for a human being, if I had a human here and we looked at them sort of around, seeing how wide you can see, it's roughly 135 degrees, which is a pretty wide view, right? Obviously, the further out you go, it's like a bit blurry and that kind of thing, but at least you can still see what's happening there, okay? In the same way, if you think about not horizontally, but up and down, I won't make you do it with your hands this time, but think about it. If you're just like standing there, you can kind of just make out where your feet are, even if you can't see them clearly, right? In fact, vertically speaking, human beings have almost a 180-degree field of view, up and down, right? Which is really handy. If like something's coming to get you, you're like, I can see that, I can dodge it out of the way pretty easily. This drone though, it doesn't quite have as advanced mechanisms inside it that you do for your eyes, right? So it can't see 135 degrees horizontally, and it can't see 180 degrees vertically. If we just think about the drone, anyone want to have a guess how wide it can see? It's not as good as 135. Any takers? Throw a number out there.
45 degrees.
45 degrees. Okay, now just think about this for a second. And again, use your hands with me, okay? If you put them together and make like a right angle, okay? So you said 45 degrees, right, Jaden? So if we go, there's a right angle, go halve that, right? So there's 45 degrees, okay? That is super narrow. If we were putting you in 45 degrees, you'd be in some serious trouble. So it's a bit better than that, so that's okay. It's actually about 80 degrees, which, like I said, is better than 45, but it's a lot less than what you're used to, okay? It's going to actually have, if you're thinking about up-down, it's going to have about the same kind of view, 80 degrees, okay? Now, for this reason, when you put on the headset and you're looking through, like we said, you're going to have to be trying to, go through some gates, avoid some obstacles, and the obstacles are going to move as well. So if this is all that you can see, remember how we mentioned before, this is going to be a teamwork challenge, yeah? So you're going to have a radio and you're going to be listening to one of your teammates who can see where you're going and can guide you a little bit, and you need to respond to them. Okay, does this make sense? So that's why it's so important to be working together. So this is the first thing about angles. So the second challenging thing that you need to be aware of is also to do with angles. So we're just going to rule this off. You're going to get to this point where you are programming the drone to fly autonomously, right? So you're not going to be controlling left, right, up, down. You're going to give the instructions in, you'll block code it. How's this going to work though, right? Like if you say to the drone, fly forward 50 centimeters, how do you know, or how does the drone know what 50 centimeters is? I'm going to actually teach you how this works. You need to pair up for a second, okay? Can you face each other for a moment? Pair up with someone. You may need to, I think you need to turn around, Paige, that's it, okay? Now when you face each other, you're going to hold your hands in front of you like this. Do that now, okay? Very good. Now you can close your eyes. And what I want you to do is move your hands so that you think they're about 50 centimeters apart. Do a bit of a rough estimate. Have a think. 50 centimeters, 50. Okay, all right? Count of 3, I'm going to get you to open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Have a look at how you've estimated and how the person in front of you has estimated, right? Are you pleased? Are you like, oh, I was completely off? Or you're like, no, they're completely off. What do you think? Who do you reckon's got a better estimate? Between the two of you? What do you reckon?
Well, the same. It's
Yeah, you're pretty bang on. You guys, Paige, what do you reckon? Are you closer or do you reckon?
I think he's close.
Yeah, okay. Laura, what do you think? Who do you think's closer?
I don't know, they're fairly different.
Okay, fantastic. You can put your hands down, face back to the front. So, obviously, it is pretty hard for us to get a sense of like objectives, distances, which is exactly what you're going to teach this drone to do. You're going to tell it to go forward some amount of centimeters, right? So just like you, this drone uses a camera to sense distance, right? See how there's one on the front? There's also one on the bottom. Here's the way it works. When you get to this final section, okay, along the ground, you're going to see markings, right? There's a lot of them, and they are all exactly 50 centimeters apart, okay? So if each one is 50 centimeters apart, the drone is actually looking down and is trying to read based on how many lines it can see, how far above the ground it should be. Now, it's actually really brilliant and some basic trigonometry that I reckon you guys all know. Let's think about this. Imagine you've got the drone. Here's my drone. And it's flying along and it's high enough that this camera on the bottom, it can see 3 lines on the ground. Okay, so let's just imagine this is the view that it's getting. Okay, now we already know there's a field of view of about 80 degrees. So we know what this angle is here, 80 degrees, like so. And if it can see 3 markings, right? And I told you the markings are 50 centimeters apart, not a trick question. What is this total distance across here?
1 meter.
It's a meter, right? I'm doubling that, okay? So if I go 100 centimeters here, 1 meter, it's some very straightforward trigonometry that will allow me to work out, well, what's my distance off the ground? Have a think about this with me, right? We like to do trigonometry with right-angled triangles if we can find them, because it's just easier, right? So if you have a look at this triangle that's been created here, I can find a pair of right-angled triangles hiding in there if I just
Cut it in half.
split it in half, right? So let's just divide that like so. So here is the right-angled triangle that I'm going to focus on. So far, so good. There's the right angle. And because what we've done is, like you told me, we sliced it in half. The fancy word is we bisected it. So this base here, the part that I'm interested in is no longer 100. It's 50, right? So if this is 50, I've also got an angle in the corner. If we divided the triangle in half, we divided that angle as well. So this is going to be something like 40 degrees, okay? So now, I wonder if you guys can help me out, right? This height here, this is the part I'm trying to work out. Height unknown, let's call it h. Here's an angle. Here's a length I do know. Can you guys tell me the trigonometric ratio that relates our height and our known length?
10?
It's going to be 10, right? Opposite on adjacent. So I could just, I mean, I don't have a calculator on me, but all I need to do is say tan of that angle, 40 degrees. Calculator can work that out for me. That's going to be opposite on adjacent. And then I just need to do a bit of rearrangement, and that's exactly what the drone is doing to say, oh, this is how high above the ground I am. Therefore, if I want to move forward, this is how far and how long I should do it, right? Success in this challenge, as you can see, is dependent on some pretty foundational mathematical concepts. So when we think about your field of view and measurement of angles, it's going to be really practical for you. You're used to looking at the world through this lens, and you're going to need to rely on your friends and teammates to be able to help you navigate this thing with this narrow field of view. And then when we think about this right-angled triangle trigonometry, a lot of this is happening in the background, but knowing what the drone is actually doing so that it follows your instructions is going to be really important to giving the right instructions. Good luck.
Down a bit. Getting the hang of it. Just whole foot. All right. Left, left, left.
So I'm right in the middle of the wiggly man, and then all of a sudden,
Right. Can you move right for me? Oh, stop. Watch out.
ah!